Students of class 6, today in my this lecture I am going to discuss the remaining question of exercise 2.2 and 2.3. See, already I have discussed question number 3 and question number 4 and 5 is similar type of question. You have to see which property you have to apply. So next come to question number 6. You have to write yes or no in appropriate boxes. So see here, all the properties are written here. The first property is closure property, and you have to write in addition closure property is satisfied or not. You have to write yes or no. If it is satisfied, you have to write yes. If it not satisfied, then you have to write no. So already I have discussed all the property. Just go through the property and you have to see. We have written yes, it is satisfied, or no. So where it is written yes, no, you have to write like this. Okay. So go through the property and write according to that. Next come to question number 7. Fill in the missing number in the boxes and state the property involved in each cases. So these types of questions already we have done in my previous lecture. I have already discussed this. So but I am going to discuss a few questions because here multiplication is also involved in this cases, because earlier we have already discussed for addition. So one question from question number 7, that is number E. This is from exercise 2.2. 733 into 5 into 2 is equal to 733 into 5 into what will be in blank space. See here, this is the associative property of multiplication in whole number. As you see, we have two terms inside the bracket. So this is what? This is associative property. So here you have to write what? You have to write 2, because 733 is already written, 5 is also written, so 2 is the remaining, so you have to write 2. So this is in blank, again there is a blank space, so you have to write the associative property. Next come to number G of this question, that is 867 into blank is equal to 867. So you have to write that number which will be in blank space, and here you have to write the name of the property. So as you see, here it is also 867, and in right hand side the answer is also 867. So which number you will multiply to 867? To again we will get 867. So yes, the answer will be what? 1. So here we are applying what? Multiplicative identity. So you have to write multiplicative identity. So next to question number 8. In question number 8, it is given that the question is given that you have to solve the following as fast as you can using the property of addition and multiplication. So see, in question number A, 365 plus 94 plus 35. Already I have given you some suggestions that how to add the numbers. So here you have to check the ones place. If you add the two numbers and the ones place will become 0, then that two numbers you have to add first. Here you can see that if you add these two numbers, here see the ones place is 5, here it is 4. If you add 5 and 4, you will get 9. So we will not add the two numbers. Similarly, check 94 and 35. In 94 and 35 also 5 and 4 is present in ones place. So if we add the two numbers, you will not get again 0 in ones place. So see the third possibility. The third possibility is 365 and 35. So see here ones place is 5 and here also ones place is 5. That means you have to add the two numbers first. Here 5 plus 5 will become 10, and in 10 the ones place is 0. So please remember these points. These are very important points whenever you are doing a question. So you have to see the techniques. You have to see here, for example, here in question they are asking that solve the following as fast as you can. So you have to solve fastly. You can add, no doubt you can add the three numbers, but you have to solve as fast as you can. So you have to apply one technique. So in bracket we have 365 plus 35. As I already told you that you have to add the numbers so that the ones place of that number will become 0. So here see, the addition of these two numbers will become what? The answer is 494. You have to take outside the bracket. Then we will add 494. Then final answer is what? 494. So this is the process. So in question number C, you have to multiply. So see, there are three numbers. As you can see, when we multiply 25 and 4, you will get the answer as 100. So again the ones place will become what? 0. So if ones place will become 0, then it will be very easy to multiply any number with that particular number. So 25 into 4 become 100. That means you have to multiply 25 and 4 first. Here also you are applying what? Associative property of multiplication. So 25 into 4 will become 100. Then 379 into 100 will be what? 37900. Already you know, if you multiply 100 or 10 to any number, you have to put the number of zeros after the particular number, as many zeros. That means here 2 zeros are present, so you have to put 2 zeros behind this number. That means after 9 you have to write 2 zeros. So next is question number 9. Question number 9, you have to show that. Show that, the meaning of show that means that expression, in expression you have to check the expression. You have to check the expression that the expression should be correct. You have to show that the expression is correct. So how to show that the expression is correct? You have to see what is given in expression. There is an equal to symbol. That is the main thing. See, equal to. Before equal to we have one part, and after equal to we have another part. Before equal to, this part is called left hand side, because this is my left hand. That's why it is called left hand side. And this part is called what? This part is called right hand side. So what we have to do? We have to solve the left hand side and right hand side part separately. So first of all you have to write LHS. The meaning of LHS is left hand side. So you have to write left hand side 63 into 5 into 20. So first of all you will solve this. After solving this, you have to start with the RHS. What is RHS? Right hand side. So in right hand side we have 63 into 5 into 20. Then next you will solve this. So see, in left hand side part, bracket is there. You have to solve the bracket first. So by multiplying the two numbers, you will get 315. 315 into 20 is 6300. Similarly, in right hand side part, in bracket we have 5 into 20. So 25 is 100. 100 into 63 is 6300. So see, both sides are what? Same. They are equal. So we have to write that LHS, the value of LHS is equal to what? The value of RHS. Right hand side. You have to write LHS and RHS. So that means it is proved that the left hand side is equal to the right hand side. So what the expression, that means the expression is correct. It is true. So next is question number 11. I am discussing question number 11, that is the word problem. So the number of students in each class of a school is 25. So what is given? There is a school. In a school, the number of students present in each class means the total number of students in each class, in one class, is equal to 25. Next condition is the fees paid by each student is rupees 812 per month. That is, in 1 month, for one student the fee is rupees 812. If there are 40 classes in the school, what is the total fee collection in a month? So the total number of classes in the school is 40. So here I am writing all the condition. First condition is number of students in each class, that is 25. The second condition is fees paid by one student, that is 812. And the third condition is total number of classes in the school, that is 40. So first of all you have to find that how many total students are present in the school. By that only you can easily find the total fee collection. See, if one student pay rupees 812 as fee, then what will be the total collection, total fee collection by the total student of that school. So you first of all you have to find the total students, because already for one student how many fees they are collecting, the school is collecting, that is already given. So first of all you have to find the total number of students in the school. So here first of all you will find total number of students. How will you find? Number of students in each class into total number of classes, because in one class we have 25 students. So in 40 class how many students will be there? Yes, 25 into 40. So at first we have to write total students in the school, that will be 25 into 40, that is equal to 1000. Then therefore total fee collection in a month for 1000 student, it will be, you have to write like this, equal to 812 into 1000, because for one student the fee collection is rupees 812, and for 1000 student it will be 812 into 1000. So rupees 812,000. That means 8,12,000 rupees fee collection in a month. Property is distributive property, which I have not discussed earlier. So what do you mean by distributive property? I will give you one example. Suppose we have 5 bouquets. You know bouquet. In bouquet we have different flowers that we used to give to some special person, like some special guest. So for example, if you have 5 bouquets, and you have to arrange flowers in the bouquet. For example, I have 5 bouquets and I have to arrange 4 roses and 5 marigold flowers. So what example I am giving you? Suppose I have 5 bouquets, and in each bouquet I have to arrange 4 roses and 5 marigolds. So how many number of flowers I need? How many numbers of flowers? That means the total number of flowers I need for arranging the bouquet. So this question will be solved using distributive property. See, first of all I will simplify, or I will calculate it in simpler manner. Next I will come to the distributive property, that how to simplify it using distributive property. So in one bouquet we have 4 roses, and in that bouquet only we have 5 marigolds. So total number of flowers in one bouquet will be what? 9. Okay, 4 roses plus 5 marigold. That means in one bouquet we have total 9 flowers. So we need 9 flowers for one bouquet. That means in 5 bouquet we need 9 into 5. That means 45 flowers. Like that we can find the number of flowers that we need. But if I want to find the number of roses or the number of marigold, then how will I find it? So for that, first of all you have to multiply the number of roses in one bouquet into the number of bouquets. So we have 5 bouquets. That means total number of bouquet is 5. Number of bouquet is 5. So total number of roses in 5 bouquets will be, roses in 5 bouquet will be what? If one bouquet is having 4 roses, then 5 in 5 bouquet we have 5 into 4. That is 20 number of roses we need. Similarly, total number of, you have to write the same statement, total number of marigold in 5 bouquet will be what? 5 into 5, that will be 25. So we need 25 marigold for 5 bouquets. That means the total number of roses is 20 and the total number of marigold we need as 25. So the total number of flowers we need is equal to what? 20 plus 25, that will be 45. That will be the total number of roses. So next what you have to do? For finding the total number of flowers, we need to add 20 and 25. That will be 45. So this question can also be done using distributive property. So what is distributive property? C, A into B plus C is equal to A into B plus A into C. This is called distributive property of multiplication over addition. Of multiplication over addition. Because here using the two symbols, one is multiplication and another is what? Addition. So what I am doing? I am multiplying the number of roses with number of bouquets, means number of bouquet. So here see in this part A into B. A into B means what? A is what? A is the number of bouquet, that is 5, into the number of roses in one bouquet, that is 4. Okay, and in the next part this is A into C. What I am doing? See, A is same. A is what? 5. Here you have to put what? 5 into C. The value of C will be the number of marigolds in one bouquet. So the number of marigold in one bouquet is 5. So 5 fours are what? 20 and 5 fives will be 25. After that what you have to do? You have to add the two numbers. That means you have to put the positive symbol between the two numbers. So here finally you will get 45 as answer. So this is the distributive property of multiplication over addition, because here we are adding, means here plus symbol is there, that's why it is called multiplication over addition. And similar case we will do in distributive property of multiplication over subtraction. So when we can use this property, suppose here the number of bouquet is same, that means 5. Both means in 5 bouquet you have to put both the flowers, marigold as well as the rose flower. That's why we are using this property. Here the number of bouquet is same for both rose and marigold. So that the number of bouquet is equal to what? This is A. What is B here? B is the number of roses and C is the number of marigold in one bouquet. So this is called the distributive property of multiplication over addition. So let us do some questions. So exercise 2.3, question number 1, you have to mark true and false, true or false. So question number 1A, this is written, see, already I have discussed this property, distributive property of multiplication over addition. See here in left hand side part here, the multiplication symbol is not given. That doesn't mean that it is not multiplied. Actually it is multiplied. Okay, so there is no symbol. The meaning of this is multiplication. Okay, so this is the statement, mathematical statement. So this is the correct statement, and the property is distributive property of multiplication over addition. Similarly, you can see in D number also we have this. This is also multiplication, distributive property of multiplication over subtraction. So this property is also true. This is also correct. So next come to question number 2. Fill in the boxes. So in this you have to see which property is applied. If the property holds true, then you have to mark true, and you have to complete the statement. Okay, so I am going to do question number 3, that is the important one, that is you have to solve using distributive property. So see question number 3A. In this we have 8 into 107. So here you have to use distributive property. So first what we will do, we have to break 107 into 107. We can write 107 as 100 plus 7. So I have break 107 into 107. Then next you have to apply distributive property, that is 8 distributes over 107. So 8 into 100 then plus 8 into 7. So it will be 800 and it will be 56. So by adding these two numbers we will get 856. See, no doubt you can multiply 8 and 107, but here you have to use distributive property, and in distributive property you have to break the terms. If there are only two terms and you already know that, you have to make three terms, because here we have three numbers A, B and C. So A is there, no doubt, but 107 in place of B and C, this is written as 107. But you have to break into two numbers like this. So you have to break like B plus C. This is B and this is C. So 8 distributes over 100 and 7. So 800 plus 56 will be 856, that is 856. So next is number K question. See here, multiplication symbol is there, negative symbol is there. That means this is the property of distributive property of multiplication over subtraction. With the statement is this. Already I have written for addition, and in case of subtraction you have to replace the addition symbol with minus sign. So see here, A into B minus A into C. So this statement, the mathematical statement, already we have done in question number A, but in that case that was the left hand side part was written. But in question number K, the right hand side part is written, that is A into B minus A into C. That means in both the terms, see what is same, what is common. A is common in both. So what you have to do, you have to, this statement is already written, that means you have to write this statement now. See, if this statement is written, then you have to solve using this statement. And if this statement is written, you have to solve using this statement. So what you have to do, you have to take common. Which one is common? 12 is common. So according to this, you have to write the common term first. So 12. As A is common in both, so you have to take outside 12 into, then you have to open the bracket. In bracket what you have to write? B minus C. So what is B? Here you can see 12 and this 12 is taken outside. So what is remaining? Here it is 15, then minus 5. Because here minus 5 is present, 12 is already taken, we have taken outside, that is the common term. So 15 minus 5 is 10. So 12 into 10, it will be 120. So this is all about today. Please try to do questions and try to practice more and more. See, you have to do it by yourself, because as many questions you will do, you got idea how to do it, how to do it as fast as you can. So you will get the idea. So try to practice it by yourself. I have given you some ideas. Okay, so try to do chapter checkup question. Okay, thank you.